Around 301 BC, two huge armies gathered on the plains of Ipsus in Asia Minor, commanded by generals vying for control of Alexander's empire. Among them was a young man who joined his brother-in-law Demetrius, the son of Antigonus, opposing the Ptolemaic faction. This eager warrior would later become one of the greatest generals of the ancient world. This is the fascinating story of Pyrrhus of Epirus, who boldly challenged the Romans on their own turf. Pyrrhus was born as the son of Aeacides, the ruler of Epirus, and he was a cousin of Olympias, the mother of Alexander the Great, which made Pyrrhus the second cousin of the great conqueror. By the time of Pyrrhus's birth, Alexander had already passed away, and his generals had begun to fight amongst themselves for power. In Macedonia, a power struggle ensued between Olympias and Cassander for control of the kingdom. Aeacides, Pyrrhus's father, aided Olympias in this rivalry. However, Cassander eventually gained control of Macedonia and invaded Epirus. Aeacides fled with his 3-year-old son Pyrrhus to Illyria. Aeacides was killed in battle while attempting to retake his lost lands from Cassander. Pyrrhus was placed under the guardianship of Illyrian chieftain Glaucius, who protected him from Cassander's wrath. When Pyrrhus was 11-year-old, Glaucius invaded Epirus and installed Pyrrhus as king. However, Pyrrhus's cousin Neoptolemus rebelled against him and dethroned him, leaving Pyrrhus without a kingdom. Pyrrhus then went to Peloponnese to serve his brother-in-law Demetrius. During the Battle of Ipsus, Pyrrhus served under Demetrius's command. However, Demetrius suffered defeat and escaped to Greece when his father Antigonus fell in battle. In 298 BC, Demetrius and Ptolemy made peace, and Pyrrhus was sent as a hostage to Ptolemy's court. There, Pyrrhus earned the trust of Ptolemy. After Cassander's death in Macedonia, Pyrrhus, with Ptolemy's assistance, became the king of Epirus. He initially shared his kingship with his cousin Neoptolemus, but eventually Pyrrhus killed Neoptolemus and acquired Saul of Epirus for himself. Pyrrhus and Demetrius, once brothers-in-law and friends, became enemies and fought numerous wars against each other. In one of these wars, Pyrrhus fought against Pantaucus, Demetrius's general, earning him the admiration of his army and the Macedonians. Demetrius planned to invade Asia to reclaim the lands lost by his father and made peace with Pyrrhus. However, other Diadochi, including Lysimachus, Ptolemy, and Seleucus, allied against him and invited Pyrrhus to join their cause. Pyrrhus, fearing that if Demetrius won the battle, he would be overwhelmed, joined the alliance. In 288 BC, Lysimachus invaded Macedonia, prompting Demetrius to march his army to confront the invaders. Shortly after, Pyrrhus invaded Macedonia from behind. However, Lysimachus was defeated by Demetrius, who then turned his forces against Pyrrhus. Unfortunately for Demetrius, his army rebelled against him and joined Pyrrhus. Demetrius escaped from Macedonia. Now, Lysimachus joined forces with Pyrrhus, and together they divided Macedonia. Demetrius continued his campaigns against his enemies, but in 285 BC, he was defeated by Seleucus. This victory allowed Lysimachus to become more powerful in Macedonia, and he invaded the territory held by Pyrrhus. However, Lysimachus was ultimately defeated and killed by Seleucus at the Battle of Corupedium. Seleucus then claimed the throne of Macedonia, but was assassinated by his companion Ptolemy Ceraunus. Ptolemy usurped the throne of Macedonia, made peace with Pyrrhus. At the same time, an embassy arrived at the court of Pyrrhus, seeking his assistance against a formidable enemy whose army threatened their gates.